Merry Christmas, dear colleague teachers. Akim Benjamin here, your very, very proud, passionate teacher and education consultant. And I want to say that compliments of the season to all of us. And I'm praying that this particular year, 2022, will be crowned with bounteous blessings still, for us. It is not over until it's over. And I wish you a happy new year in 2023, a year of great impact and reward. Now, what brought me in this particular moment is this door that has been opened, an invitation thrown out to Nigerian teachers, some African teachers by the United Kingdom to come over and teach. While there is nothing wrong in you operating on the international platform, there is nothing wrong with that. I mean, if the country doesn't want you to go, then they provide a better environment for you in your home country. However, there are certain things that we all need to learn. My very good friend, Roya Emerald, on some other platforms have been sharing a lot, but there's one that particularly struck me, one or two, which I would like to speak about. I'll talk about, and that is that teachers that would go to the UK or to Europe to teach would have to understand that in the classroom, it will no longer be the traditional way. And in all my trainings as an education consultant, the trainings and coachings and all of that I do, I stress this fact that when it comes to teaching and learning, whereas the traditional teacher does about 75 to 80% of what goes on in the classroom, and the learner is only doing about 20 to 25%, 21st century compliant teaching approach is that the teacher does about 20% to 25% of what goes on in the classroom, and the learner is engaged in productive, relevant tasks and activities 80% of the time in the classroom. I tell teachers where we need to put in 80% is in the planning of our lessons. If you plan well and you can see the big picture and you can see the details and know where you need to even have detours during your lessons, and then you are prepared to also evolve even during that lesson to know where to even adjust things, because you see a lesson, your lesson plan should be a living plan, so that when you bring it to the classroom you're also able to adjust and readjust it to fit. But in all of your adjustment and readjustment, yeah, you should ensure that you're not doing more than 20%, 25% maximum of what goes on in that class and in that lesson. See, one thing we would all have to understand is this, that telling is not teaching. Telling is not teaching. Traditional Nigerian teachers, traditional African teachers were raised by teachers who told us and told us and told us things that their own teachers told them. Okay, so the best that a learner can do when you tell is to remember some of the things you told them. But learning has not taken place. When you keep telling, learners can regurgitate and give you back what you have told you. Some of them will do so, especially if they are auditory verbal learners. They will do so and give you back, even like robots. But you see, you would have created humanoids and not intelligent beings. You see, so intending to go abroad to teach, you must first of all be able to even learn these skills here. If you cannot be an alligator, a lizard in Nigeria, you cannot be a crocodile in the UK. You can't be. If you cannot be a lizard here, you cannot be a crocodile in the UK. I tell you, a lot of people will be sent back. A lot of them might even end up in jail. Okay, so telling is not teaching, and teaching does not automatically turn to learning. Teaching is one thing, learning is another. Okay, for learning to take place in the 21st century class, the teacher must learn to allow the pupil's voice, the learner's voice, coordinated learner's voice uh, in activities that are relevant, that are appropriate, gainful for that particular topic or content that you're taking them through. And so I'm saying that for those who intend to japa to the UK, you will do well to really learn this skill, which and Nigerian teachers are struggling with this particular skill. When we say this in trainings, and they look at what are you talking about? Nigerian teacher wants to stand in front and deliver and deliver and deliver. We're great teachers. Okay, we tell. We tell. It's maybe storytellers. But you see, the truth of the matter is this, that even in the days when our fathers told stories like that, they did better than us because they had imagery, they had animations in their stories. They did a lot of things with it. When they told us those folklores and those stories, it was they made it was alive. They brought it alive for us. You teach today just and I've seen very terrible things in practice. I've seen very terrible things in practice. I mean, teachers come into the classroom without even introducing the topic, everything. They just face the board and start writing notes. When they are not just telling and telling, children are writing notes and writing notes and writing notes. That will not fly in international schools in Nigeria, 21st century compliant schools in Nigeria, and in the UK. Forget it. Just forget it. You see? So you need to begin to shift your mentality from the teacher-centered to the learner-centered kind of classroom. And I'm pleading with us to adjust. I know that shift. There's so much struggle in that shift already. And another dimension to that is this, because I thought I would do a different video for this, but let me just say it here, that one of the constraints, a major constraint, is the mindset of teachers who are rooted in traditional approach to teaching. But then school owners are also in that same, most school owners also in that same framework of mindset. They want their teachers to do the teaching, telling. When you're not doing that, they think you're not doing anything. School owners who have migrated and shifted from that mentality know that it is 20% of teacher activity in the classroom, 80% of learner activities. I'm telling you, that's when learning takes place. All right. Not only that, so we need school owners to readjust also in their mindset. There has to be a mindset shift for them also. Sorry. And not only that, Nigerian parents, traditional parents want a where you are teach, and all of that. No, the notes must be bulky when they are coming up, and you must give them, so many tasks and all of that to do, even if they are not relevant. All of this has contributed to ground the Nigerian teacher in a place where the teacher is telling and telling and telling, some teaching, but very little learning takes place, because you see, until the child can do and solve problems with learning and think out of the box and hone the process of learning and do a lot of things with it, then learning has not taken place. Learning has not taken place. You might have made him memorize things, but real learning has not taken place. And societies where real learning will not take place, those societies will remain where they are in the third world, as they call them. Because it's only when learning takes place that your product can begin to solve problems in your society. So this is a clarion call to teachers. Let us learn that it is 20% teacher activity, maximum 25, and 75%, maximum 80% learner activities in the classroom. Relevant, appropriate, gainful tasks going on, and activities that encourages learning and enhances learning. We want to plead with school owners to also have a mindset shift in that direction. We also want to plead with parents to begin to understand. If you don't understand, ask questions. And then we ask schools to teach their parents. Let parents know why your methodology is this way, and that this is the best thing that can happen to their children. This is Akin Benjamin saying, Merry Christmas once again. Year 2022 has been great, okay, but 2023 will be greater by God's grace. Thank you very much.